What is the most evil thing you've ever seen? Well, this story might just have an answer for you. It comes from a Reddit user. I was working as an English teacher in Japan back in 2012. I had this really cute female student. Let's call her Hannah. One day Hannah didn't show up to class, and when I got to her house, her mom opened the door and was crying. She told me that Hannah had taken her own life the night before. Apparently she'd been found by her grandfather hanging in her room. After school the next day, I went to visit Hannah's grave with some of my other colleagues. We were all pretty shaken up about it. At the cemetery, we saw a woman in her 80s kneeling by the grave. We didn't know who she was, but we figured it must be Hannah's grandmother. We stood there awkwardly for a second, and then one of my colleagues decided to break the silence. She asked the old woman if she was Hannah's grandmother. The old woman turned around and responded in Japanese, "No, I am her mother." My colleague and I were deeply disturbed because Hannah's mom was clearly much younger than the grandmother. We couldn't figure out what had happened. The old woman then began to cry and told us that Hannah had been pregnant and that she had no idea that her daughter was seeing anyone. Then she began to scream at us, saying that we must have known something, that we had to tell her what happened. She kept saying, "Who did this to my daughter? Who did this to my daughter?" Well, we didn't know anything, so we just stood there awkwardly again while this woman screamed at us. Then her husband came over and told her to calm down. He told us that he was going to take his wife home and that we should leave as well. As we were leaving, one of my other colleagues asked the old man if Hannah had a boyfriend. The old man responded, "Boyfriend? No, she didn't have time for a boyfriend. She was too busy trying to make money so she could get an abortion." It turns out that Hannah's mother had pressured her into getting an abortion and then killed her. When she found out that Hannah was still pregnant, that's horrible. I mean, to be fair, her mother probably wasn't thinking clearly. I mean, who wouldn't be distraught to find out that their young, cute daughter had been secretly pregnant and had decided to keep the baby? But still, killing her? That seems like it's a bit extreme. Yeah, that does seem like an extreme response. It's hard to say what the mother was thinking, but it's possible that she may have been thinking of her daughter's death as mercy killing. You know, maybe she thought that her daughter was better off dead than living in a world where she would be forced to raise a child out of wedlock. Or maybe the mother was simply overprotective and felt that her daughter needed to be punished for engaging in sexual activity. Whatever the reason, this is definitely one of the more messed up stories that I've heard. Have you ever heard a messed up story like this before? If so, share it in the comments below. And if you want to hear more messed up stories like this, stay tuned. Thanks for watching.